same result, right? So multiplication also obeys commutative law. Addition, 2 plus 3 is 3 plus 2. So we say addition also obeys commutative law. Subtraction, 2 minus 3 is it equal to 3 minus 2? No. So subtraction does not obey commutative law. On the same lines, convolution obeys commutative law, right? The way you perform the operation, the result is same. So either you perform xt convolved with ht or ht convolved with xt, the result is same. The similar analysis can be applied to dt signals also. So xt convolved with ht or xn convolved with hn or hn convolved with xn results in the same result. How we can show it in a graphical way? So here when we say xn is convolved with hn or xt is convolved with ht indicates the impulse response, xt is the input. So xt applied to an LTI system having an impulse response ht gives you a result yt is equivalent to, if ht becomes input and x of t indicates the LTI system, impulse response of LTI system, yt is still the same, right? So any way you perform the process of convolution, the result is same. So we can say that this property implies that the role of input signal and impulse response are interchangeable. So if you interchange this, if xt is input and ht is impulse response, or if ht is input and xt represents impulse response, your yt remains the same. This property is called as commutative property. Moving to the next property is distributive property. Look into the equation. Here we are convolving xt with the sum of h1t plus h2t. So we have a sum of h1t and h2t. The result of this summation is convolved with x of t. So this mathematical operation can be done in another way. What we can do is, instead of doing the sum of h1t and h2t, we can perform convolution of xt with h1t. We can perform convolution of xt with h2t and then sum the results. This is the meaning of distributive property, right? Graphically, if we represent it, what this indicates is, so if you have a parallel system, right, h1t in parallel with h2t, so we know that parallel systems are nothing but, we can represent their impulse response as the sum of the impulse response, right? So if we have a parallel system with input x2 xt to both the systems at the same time and output of which, so here xt is convolved with h1t gives you a result y1t, xt convolves with h2t gives you a result y2t, so y1t plus y2t is your net result yt. This operation is similar to obtaining one system instead of two parallel systems. You have one system which is sum of the impulse responses h1t plus h2t, and now if you apply the input xt, you get the same result. So instead of performing convolution of individual parallel systems, if we have one system which is showing the parallel, which represents the combination of parallel system, you get the same result. This is the meaning of distributive property, right? So statement, we can put the statement as, the distributive property states that a parallel combination of LTI systems is equivalent to a single system whose impulse response is sum of individual impulse responses. So if you have a parallel combination, right, this parallel combination can be represented with a single system which is sum of individual impulse responses. This is the meaning of distributive system. Moving to the next property, the associative property. So what associative property says is, if you have xt convolved with h1t convolved with h2t, what is the meaning of this particular left hand side of the equation? With the bracket shown here, it means that you are performing convolution of this part of the system first, and the result of convolution of this part of the system you are convolving with xt. So you perform convolution of H1T convolved with H2T. Whatever is the result of this is then convolved with XT and you get the result of the left hand side. Whereas this is equivalent to what associative property says, this operation is equivalent to if you perform XT convolved with H1T first. If you perform xt convolved with h1t first and the result of this convolution then you convolve with h2t, you get the similar result. So the order in which you perform the convolution is doesn't matter, you get the similar results. So here the order was you first convolve these two systems and then you convolve it with xt. Whereas the similar thing can be done in another way, that you perform convolution of xt and h1t first, get the result of this convolution and then convolve it with h2t, you get the similar result. This is the concept of associative property. Mathematically, graphically you can show this as, so you have two systems h1t and h2t in cascade. So what we did here, we performed convolution of these two first. So xt is the input, we convolved these two, we got the output y1t. Then you convolved this y1t with h2t and you got yt as the final output. Instead of this, we can show the entire cascaded system with a single system, right? So we can perform convolution of H1T and H2T first and get a new system which is convolution of these two and then give the input to this and get the output yt. This yt is similar to yt if you perform individual convolution of the systems connected in cascade. So putting it in a statement, you can say that the associative property implies that a cascade combination of LTI system can be replaced by a single system. So here you have a cascaded inputs. Input to this system you get an output of this system is input to another system, and that's why you say it's a cascaded system. So a cascaded system can be represented with a single system. Here is your single system whose impulse response is convolution of individual impulse responses. So convolution of H1T and H2T is a single system to which you apply the input xt and get the output yt, and this yt is similar to your yt if you perform convolution of individual systems. Moving to the last property, convolution with impulse. So if you are convolving xt with an impulse, the result is xt. This is the meaning of convolution with impulse. So if your system is an impulse, if your system is impulse and if you are convolving it with xt, the result is xt, right? There is no change in the input. The input appears as output if you convolve it with unit impulse. The same thing applies for a DT system also.